Have you ever thought that a tiny superfood like chia seeds could be both a wonderful companion for your health and at the same time, the reason your body feels uncomfortable? Sounds contradictory, right? Every day, millions of Americans add chia seeds to their morning smoothies, sprinkle them over oatmeal, or stir them into water as part of a healthy routine. And yes, they are packed with fiber, omega-3, and protein, all great for your heart and digestive health. But here's what few people tell you. When combined the wrong way, chia seeds can leave you bloated, sluggish, and even cancel out the benefits you're hoping for. In today's video, I'll share with you 5 foods that seem harmless but should never be paired with chia seeds, the reasons why these combinations can make your body react negatively, and most importantly, smarter alternatives so you can still enjoy the full power of this superfood. Before we dive in, let me ask you, how do you usually eat your chia seeds? In your morning coffee, tossed into a fresh salad, or simply mixed with water? Leave your answer in the comments, because chances are that very habit might surprise you as we go through this video. Let's get started. The hidden side of chia seeds. If you asked what superfood has been most loved by Americans in the past decade, chia seeds would easily make the list. These tiny grains are celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse. They contain 10 times more fiber than brown rice, omega-3 for heart health, plant-based protein that keeps you full, and even help regulate blood sugar. People often say just 1 spoonful of chia in the morning can be a big step toward better health. But here's a lesser-known truth. Chia seeds aren't always as gentle as we think. Their unique ability to absorb water and expand up to 10 to 12 times their size can be a double-edged sword. If consumed incorrectly or paired with the wrong foods, instead of helping digestion, they can cause bloating, discomfort, and even disrupt your sleep. I remember a middle-aged woman in California once told me, "Every morning I drank a glass of chia water, thinking I was starting the day healthy. But I always felt heavy, couldn't sleep well at night, and was constantly thirsty." At first, she thought it was just age catching up. Only later did she realize that the timing and pairing of her chia water habit were the real reasons behind months of discomfort. This story shows us one important thing. Even superfoods need to be used wisely. Because chia seeds are soluble fiber, once in the stomach, they soak up water and form a gel-like substance. If eaten dry or combined with hard-to-digest foods, your stomach has to work overtime. The result? Instead of feeling light and refreshed, you're left bloated, uneasy, and sometimes restless at night because your digestion won't settle down. So don't believe the myth that the more chia, the better. What matters is not just how much you eat, but what you eat it with. Chia seeds can be your best ally, but they can also turn into a silent culprit behind your fatigue if used carelessly. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Up next, we'll uncover a key principle, why food combinations matter more than you think, and why even a superfood like chia can backfire when paired with the wrong partner. Why food combinations matter more than you think. When it comes to nutrition, most of us focus only on what we eat. We choose high-fiber, low-sugar, vitamin-rich foods and think that's enough. But there's a much more important principle we often overlook: what you eat together. Your body isn't a blender where everything just gets broken down and turned into energy. It's more like an orchestra, where each food plays an instrument. When combined correctly, the result is harmony and vitality. But just one wrong note can throw the whole performance off balance. Take iron and vitamin C, for example. Eat spinach, rich in iron, with a glass of orange juice, and vitamin C will help your body absorb the iron twice as effectively. That's smart pairing. On the other hand, eat a steak, a great source of iron, and then immediately drink strong tea. The tannins in tea will block absorption, and most of that iron goes to waste. The same goes for chia seeds. On their own, they're packed with nutrients. But paired incorrectly, their benefits don't just disappear. They can actually weigh your digestion down. Imagine mixing chia into a glass of regular milk. For someone who's lactose intolerant, this combo is a digestive nightmare. Chia's water-absorbing fiber plus milk's hard-to-digest lactose equals bloating, discomfort, and even restless nights. I knew a gym buddy in New York who started every morning with a protein shake of milk, bananas, and lots of chia seeds. It sounded perfect, healthy, protein-rich, full of fiber. Yet every morning he felt sluggish, heavy, and unfocused. When he finally swapped regular milk for almond milk, everything changed. He felt lighter, energized, and his workouts improved dramatically. The lesson here is simple. Food isn't just about its individual value, but the context you eat it in. The same ingredient can be a booster or a burden depending on what it's paired with. And that's why chia seeds, small and harmless as they seem, deserve respect and careful use. A little neglect in pairing them correctly, and you might unknowingly turn a superfood into the very reason your body feels drained. In the next section, we'll dive into specific examples. And the first one may surprise you. Milk, a food most people think pairs perfectly with chia. But in reality, it hides some unexpected troubles. 1. The dairy dilemma. Why milk plus chia can upset your stomach. For many, milk and chia seem like the perfect match. A glass of creamy milk with a sprinkle of chia looks nutritious and wholesome. Countless Americans treat this as a quick, healthy breakfast. But in reality, this pairing can make your stomach beg for relief. The problem is simple. Fresh milk contains lactose, a sugar that many adults, especially over 30, struggle to digest. Meanwhile, chia seeds are packed with soluble fiber, which absorbs water and swells many times its size. When hard-to-digest lactose meets expanding chia gel, your stomach has to work twice as hard, creating gas, bloating, and heaviness. A friend in Texas once told me, "Every morning I'd take a bottle of chia milk to work. I thought it was my golden habit for staying fit, but right after drinking, my stomach felt tight and I couldn't focus all morning." At first, she blamed stress, but once she switched from fresh milk to Greek yogurt, the symptoms nearly disappeared. Why? Because the probiotics in yogurt help break down lactose, making the chia plus yogurt combo not only tasty but also gut-friendly. This shows the big difference between fresh milk and fermented milk when paired with chia. Same base ingredient, completely different outcomes. The common mistake? Convenience. Busy mornings make people throw chia into a glass of milk, shake and go. It saves time, but the price is an uncomfortable, sluggish day. The small lesson here: if you want to pair chia with milk, choose gentler options. Almond milk, oat milk, yogurt, or kefir. They're nourishing and much kinder to your stomach. And milk is just the beginning. Because chia has another companion that's even trickier. Certain vegetables that seem healthy but contain a group of compounds called FODMAPs, the hidden culprit behind bloating and discomfort when combined the wrong way. Let's move on and explore the FODMAP trap together. 2. The FODMAP trap, veggies that don't mix with chia. When we think of healthy eating, vegetables come first to mind. Salads, broccoli, cauliflower, onions, garlic, foods we label as wholesome and nutrient-rich. But here's the twist. For those who eat chia regularly, these very veggies can turn into digestive troublemakers. The reason lies in FODMAPs, short-chain carbs that are poorly absorbed in the small intestine. In healthy people, they travel to the large intestine where gut bacteria ferment them, producing some gas, usually not a big deal. But if you've already loaded up on chia's soluble fiber and then add high FODMAP veggies, the gas storm in your gut can become overwhelming, leaving you bloated, cramping, and uncomfortable. I recall a friend in California who proudly made a giant super healthy salad for lunch, packed with broccoli, red onions, roasted garlic, and topped with a few tablespoons of chia seeds. Just an hour later, she had to leave a meeting because of intense stomach pain and bloating that made it hard to breathe. She thought she was allergic to chia, until a nutritionist explained, it wasn't chia or veggies alone, but the combination. Too much FODMAP plus chia's soluble fiber created a digestive storm. This proves something crucial. Not all good foods go well together. High FODMAP veggies are nutritious, but when combined with chia, they overload the gut, especially for those with sensitive digestion, like people with IBS. So what's the solution? Choose low FODMAP veggies to pair with chia: cucumbers, spinach, tomatoes, carrots. They deliver vitamins and minerals without the traffic jam in your gut. A simple spinach and cherry tomato salad with chia seeds and a drizzle of olive oil is a smart, refreshing combo. The small lesson: eating well is the art of balance. Too much of a good thing stops being good. The key is listening to your body and finding what truly works for you. And if you think veggies are the toughest partner for chia, wait until you hear what comes next. Because one of the most common morning habits in America, coffee or tea, may silently be stealing the nutrients that chia brings to your table. 3. Coffee and chia, the nutrient-blocking duo. For many Americans, the day doesn't truly begin until that first hot cup of coffee. The rich aroma, the slight bitterness, the instant alertness. Coffee is almost a sacred morning ritual. And quite a few people, in an effort to be extra healthy, sprinkle a spoonful of chia seeds into their oatmeal, or drink a glass of chia water before taking that first sip of coffee. On the surface, it sounds perfect. Energy plus superfood. But here's the catch. This combination can quietly rob your body of valuable nutrients. The reason lies in the caffeine and tannins found in coffee and tea. While these compounds keep you alert, they also inhibit the absorption of minerals such as iron, calcium, and magnesium. All essential nutrients that chia seeds provide. One study even showed that drinking coffee right after an iron-rich meal can reduce absorption by up to 40%. In other words, you could eat a hearty bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds, but if you immediately chase it with a strong cup of coffee, nearly half of those benefits vanish. I recall a friend from New Jersey who complained, "I eat healthy every morning, oatmeal, chia, berries, but I always feel tired and low on energy." When I asked more, he laughed and said, "Well, I always drink my coffee right after breakfast, otherwise I can't function at work." And there was the answer. Once he started spacing things out, breakfast with chia first, then coffee about an hour later, everything changed. He felt more alert, with steadier energy lasting through the morning. This story highlights an important truth. It's not just what you eat, but also the timing and combinations that determine how much nutrition your body actually receives. Pairing chia with coffee is like locking the door. Your body simply can't access all the minerals. The lesson is simple. Give chia and coffee some space. Enjoy your chia seeds with breakfast, then wait an hour or two before savoring your beloved cup of coffee. That way, you'll get the full benefit of the superfood without losing the joy of your morning ritual. And if you think coffee is the main culprit in draining chia's value, just wait for what's next. There's another partner in disguise. Sweet, tempting, hard to resist, but silently undoing all of chia's health benefits. Refined sugar. 4. Sugar shock. Why sweetened chia drinks backfire. If you've ever tried one of those bottled chia drinks from the store, you know how appealing they look. Tiny seeds floating in a colorful, sweet liquid, cold and refreshing, giving off a healthy vibe. But here's the reality. Most of those bottles are loaded with refined sugar. And it's the sugar, not the chia, that dictates what happens in your body. Chia seeds are famous for slowing down sugar absorption, helping keep blood sugar stable. But when you add refined sugar, that benefit is almost completely canceled out. The sugar spikes your insulin quickly, then drops it just as fast, leaving you tired, sluggish, and craving even more food. In short, you've turned a powerful superfood into nothing more than a disguised dessert. A friend of mine in Los Angeles once confessed, "I usually mix chia with boxed fruit juice so it's easier to drink. But the more I did that, the faster I gained weight, even though I thought I was being healthy." When we checked the label, that single cup of boxed juice had over 25 grams of sugar, nearly the same as a soda. Instead of aiding weight control, the habit was quietly fueling weight gain and fatigue. This also explains why many people say, "Chia doesn't work for me." The problem isn't the seeds, it's how they're paired. When refined sugar teams up with chia, you've undone nearly all of chia's natural benefits. The solution? Keep sweetness natural. Soak chia in freshly squeezed orange juice, add kiwi slices, or a spoon of raw honey. That way, you get freshness, vitamins, and natural minerals, without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. The lesson here: don't let the healthy look fool you. Just because a drink has chia seeds doesn't mean it's good for you. It's the company they keep that makes all the difference, and refined sugar will always ruin the game. And if sugar is the silent saboteur, then coming up next is an enemy of a completely different kind: fat. Greasy, heavy meals combined with chia seeds can turn your digestion into a full-on disaster. 5. Greasy meals so plus chia equals a digestive disaster. In today's fast-paced world, pizza, hamburgers, fried chicken, and other greasy fast foods have become everyday companions for many Americans. And in an effort to balance it out, some people sprinkle chia seeds on top. It sounds clever, adding fiber and omega-3 to offset the fat. But in reality, this combination often leaves your stomach in chaos. Here's why. Greasy foods already slow down digestion. With the stomach coated in fat, everything moves more sluggishly. Add chia seeds, which swell up and hold water, and they sit in your stomach far longer than usual. The result? Heaviness, bloating, and even acid reflux. Instead of a pleasant fullness, you're stuck with discomfort that lingers long after the meal. A friend of mine in Chicago admitted, "I often eat burgers with fries, and to feel less guilty, I'd sprinkle chia on top of the bun. But instead of feeling lighter, I'd always end up with heartburn, shortness of breath, and stomach pain all afternoon." When he finally switched, eating chia with oatmeal and fruit for breakfast, and keeping lunch focused on lean protein and greens, the digestive issues nearly disappeared. This shows something important. Adding a good food doesn't automatically erase the effects of a bad meal. If the foundation is already heavy and greasy, chia just adds to the burden instead of fixing it. The smarter way? Let chia shine with lighter foods. A bowl of oatmeal with berries, a green smoothie with almond milk and chia, or a creamy chia pudding with yogurt. All of these give you lasting fullness without weighing you down. The small lesson here: chia seeds are not magic wands to fix poor eating habits. They only work when placed in the right context, paired with clean, natural, less greasy foods. And speaking of context, there's one group of people who need to be even more careful with chia: seniors and those with sensitive stomachs. In the next section, we'll explore why for them, chia can sometimes be a double-edged sword if not used wisely. The silent risks for seniors and sensitive stomachs. Chia seeds are often praised as a safe superfood for everyone. But the truth is, not every body reacts the same way. Especially for people over 60, or those with sensitive digestion such as IBS or diabetes, chia can sometimes bring hidden risks that are easy to overlook. The reason lies in chia's powerful ability to absorb water. Just one small spoonful can swell up to 10 to 12 times its weight, forming a thick gel in the stomach. For younger people with a flexible digestive system, this can promote fullness and help digestion. But for older adults, whose bowel movements have slowed and whose bodies naturally retain less water, chia can turn into a heavy block, causing bloating, constipation, or stomach discomfort. I once knew a 65-year-old woman in Florida who truly believed chia was the golden key to health. She sprinkled chia on almost everything: onion salads, garlic stir-fries, even her evening vegetable soup. But ironically, instead of feeling stronger, she constantly battled indigestion, bloating, and eventually was hospitalized with severe constipation. After consulting her doctor, she realized the problem wasn't chia itself, but her overuse of it and her habit of pairing it with high-FODMAP vegetables, which easily ferment and produce gas. The same story repeats for many people with diabetes. A 70-year-old man once told me he drank chia water mixed with boxed fruit juice every night to keep his blood sugar stable. But the opposite happened. The refined sugar in the juice made his glucose spike and crash, while the chia left him heavy and restless at night. This shows us something important. Even a superfood like chia is not one size fits all. For seniors or those with sensitive digestion, the key is to start small, maybe just half a teaspoon per day, and observe how the body responds. At the same time, choose gentle, safe pairings like yogurt, plant-based milk, or low FODMAP vegetables. The small lesson here: never blindly copy someone else's diet. Every body has its own language, and our job is to listen to it. Chia can be medicine for one person, but a burden for another if used the wrong way. And after talking about all the risks, it's time to balance the picture. Because the truth is, chia still has some wonderful pairings that maximize its benefits. In the next section, we'll explore those smart combinations. Foods that, when paired with chia, turn it into a truly powerful duo for health. Smart pairings. Foods that supercharge chia. After so many examples of wrong combinations, you might be wondering, so how should I eat chia to get the most out of it? The good news is, there are plenty of smart pairings that can turn these tiny seeds into a true powerhouse of energy. One of the classic combinations is chia plus yogurt plus berries. Yogurt's probiotics help digest lactose and feed gut bacteria. Combined with chia's soluble fiber and the antioxidants in berries like blueberries or strawberries, you get a breakfast that's light, refreshing, and deeply nourishing. Many people who swapped their usual breakfast for this simple parfait found that their digestion improved and bloating became a thing of the past. Another option is chia plus almond milk. Almond milk is naturally lactose-free, rich in vitamin E and healthy fats. When chia is soaked in almond milk overnight, it turns into a creamy chia pudding that's both delicious and heart-friendly. A friend once told me, "Just a sprinkle of cinnamon and a few banana slices, and it tastes better than dessert." The best part? Both kids and seniors can enjoy it without worrying about stomach upset. And if you need steady energy for work or exercise, try chia plus oats plus banana. Oats provide complex carbs, bananas add potassium to prevent cramps, and chia acts like a shield, releasing energy slowly and steadily. This is a favorite pre-workout meal for many athletes because it's light yet keeps them fueled for hours. The common theme across these combinations is balance. Chia is powerful on its own, but when paired with the right foods, its benefits aren't just preserved, they're amplified. The small lesson? Healthy eating isn't about piling on as many superfoods as possible, but about smart pairings that complement each other. Like instruments in an orchestra, only when each plays its part correctly do we get harmony. And once you understand how to play music with chia, we arrive at the final note. A gentle but vital reminder. To truly benefit, we must respect this superfood, because its real strength lies in how wisely we use it. Final takeaway. Respect the superfood. After everything we've explored, you've probably realized one important truth. Chia seeds may be tiny, but they hold remarkable power. Fiber, omega-3s, plant-based protein, essential minerals. They are true gifts for health. But, like any other food, that power only shines when used wisely. Remember, no single superfood can transform your health on its own. Chia is not magic, nor is it a free pass to an unbalanced diet. Think of it like a good friend. If you respect it, listen, and pair it wisely, it will support you on your wellness journey. But if you overuse it or pair it poorly, that same friend can unintentionally make you feel worse. I recall meeting a man in his 50s in California. He once dismissed chia as just a fad. Why? For months, he mixed chia into sugary coffee drinks and ate it after greasy fast food. The result? Weight gain, bloating, and constant fatigue. But after learning how to use it properly, pairing chia with oats, fresh fruit, and spacing out his coffee an hour later, he noticed a real change. His mornings felt lighter, his energy steadier, and even his sleep improved. He laughed and said, "Chia didn't change my life, the way I eat did." The lesson is simple. Health doesn't come from one food, but from how you respect your body and make smart choices every day. Chia is just one piece of the bigger puzzle. So the next time you sprinkle chia into your meal, remember, it's not just what you eat, but what you eat it with. That's the true key to turning chia from a burden into a lasting source of energy. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with a question. How do you usually eat your chia seeds? In smoothies, oatmeal, or salads? Share your answer in the comments. Your habit might just inspire someone else to find their perfect pairing. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones. Because sometimes, one small jar of chia seeds in the kitchen can change an entire family's health. And don't leave just yet. In the next video, we'll explore another superfood you probably eat every day, but may have never truly understood the power it holds.